Welcome to Week 5. This week we'll explore the use of social media as a resource in our teaching toolbox. Social media is a fascinating instance in which online technologies have made a significant impact on our daily lives. Social media tools such as Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram enable rapid communication with a wide range of users. What's nice about social media tools is that content can be broadcast far beyond the immediate context of a specific classroom, enabling interaction of a wide range of participants. For all of their value, learning management systems are closed ecosystems. They really work well at presenting and sharing information at the level of individual courses, but it becomes difficult to include unenrolled participants in any structured activity. A bonus of social media is that it's heavily used by most of our students. Interestingly, the range of social media tools available today is both a strength and weakness. There are social media applications that can meet any need, but often the adoption of specific tools fall along demographic lines. While Facebook is a popular social media tool among post-35-year-olds, for example, our younger students tend to prefer other platforms in which they can better define their own audiences. So it's not enough to say that you want to use social media in your teaching. You need to decide whether the return of using a non-learning management resource is worth the additional support it might require. You need to consider whether broadening the reach of your instruction to possibly include participation and responses from non-class members would enrich learning for your students. And you need to establish the boundaries for social media use if you decide to incorporate it in your teaching. One concern that many teachers have regarding social media is that it can blur the boundaries between the personal and the private, that oftentimes our private lives can be conflated in the classroom exchange. When I use social media, I oftentimes will ask my students to develop separate social media accounts specific to my courses or specific to their learning. Without this segregation, oftentimes personal information becomes very public in a classroom setting. Consider having your students establish sandbox accounts, temporary social media accounts that they can use within the context of your teaching. Finally, this week's activities will require you to use a variety of different tools in your assessment of social media. Excuse me. Your group assignment will be fundamentally based on Twitter. What I'd like you to do is use Twitter as a tool to document other social media resources. So by doing exchanges through Twitter, you will evaluate resources like Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. What you want to do is to document the name and title of the resource, their strengths and weaknesses of the resource as possible classroom or workplace tools, and then you might also include applications of the social media tool in your teaching. You will conclude each of your posts in Twitter with a specific hashtag that will make it easy for us to pull together all of the individual comments and posts that occurs during this group activity. Now, without this common hashtag that's appended to the end of each post in the group activity, the posts will be pretty fragmented and disaggregated. We need the hashtag to continue forward in a relatively coherent conversation. I think that you're going to find that this to be an interesting and somewhat frustrating exercise. You're going to be posting in a very rapid and fragmentic manner. Longest post in Twitter, for instance, is 140 characters, and you also want to reserve some of those characters for hashtags. So you aren't going to be able to write in traditional paragraph format. You're going to need to offer short, simple statements, oftentimes in sequence, and always concluding with the same hashtag that the group establishes as their common link. Periodically during the course of the week, I'll pull up an archive of all the hashtag messages posted via Twitter, and we'll see how it develops. Again, you're not dealing with continuous expository prose in your group activity this week. I think you're going to find it both interesting and challenging. Best of luck to you this week. I look forward to reviewing week 4's assignments, which I'm about to do this morning. And please let me know if you have any questions or concerns.